The folks over at Thinkcar sent me out their Thinkscan 672 for review and testing. So we're going to do exactly that. Let's get this thing unboxed. I'll show you guys what's in the packaging, and then we'll go through some of the features and the specs of this scan tool, and I'll wrap up with my thoughts and opinions and whether or not I think this thing is a good value. So with that, let's get into it.
I don't know what it is, but let's just start unboxing. Let's take the film off, Daddy. So this is what it looks like. And inside it has all the gadgets to charge it up and make it ready for the next day. And I'm going to show you how it works.
Okay, let's take a quick look at this diagnostic scan tool, the Thinkscan 672, right here on the table, and then we'll jump into the car and take a look and see what this thing can actually do. So a couple of the specifications on this thing: it does have a 7-inch touchscreen display, and you can see as this thing is powering up here, nice full color display. It does have a 2 gigahertz quad-core processor running an Android operating system. It does have USB-C charging port. It does have dual 2.4 and 5G Wi-Fi, so it should work with any Wi-Fi router you have at your house. And it also does have Bluetooth connectivity. And if I'm not mistaken, Thinkscan does have additional modules or additional tools you can purchase that go along with it. As I mentioned, this is a full touchscreen, and you can see we can just swipe through all of the menu options here, and I don't see any lag as I'm scanning through these options. Really nice. This is a full system diagnostic tool for all car systems, including ECM, ABS, EVAP, TPMS, and a lot more. The scanner is a bidirectional scanner. So what does that mean? So as opposed to the little OBD2 scanners that you can plug in and read codes with your phone, this thing can do that, but you can also use this to talk to your car, to your ECM. So not only can you read codes and live data, but you can also send commands to the ECU to perform active tests on a variety of all the car's systems. One thing I found when I opened this up for the very first time, I did not go right to the user manual. I wanted to see how user-friendly this thing actually was. So I've already done it, but upon initial startup, this thing was very intuitive to me to get it set up, to get the language that you needed, basically just to get the general functionality of the thing up and running so you can go ahead and start reading codes. Now, one thing that is really nice and I think adds a lot of value to this product is that this thing has lifetime software updates for free. So you don't have to continuously purchase a yearly subscription for updates and buying credits and these kinds of things for different cars that you're wanting to diagnose. This thing has free lifetime software updates. So really nice feature on this Thinkscan 672. Okay. With that, let's go ahead and jump in the car. Let's get this thing plugged up and see how it actually works and what this thing can actually do. Now that we're in the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and connect the diagnostic cable to the back of the scanner and then just screw that down so it doesn't come out on accident. And then we're just going to come underneath the dashboard, find our OBD2 port, and plug in the diagnostic cable. So now that we've got the Thinkscan 672 hooked up, I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on, not to run, but just turn the accessories on. And then we're going to come in here to VIN scan. And what this is going to do, it's going to automatically scan your truck, your car, your vehicle, so that it'll pull your VIN number, and then it knows make, year, model, and just about everything else on your car, so you don't have to log it in manually. All right, now what I'm going to do to make this easy, and I really like this feature, we're just going to automatically search. Read the VIN number, turn ignition on, okay, push start, there we go. Now it's just running. We've got a Yukon XL. Again, this is my 2019 GMC Yukon XL. All right, now we get into where we want to do our different scans and reports. What I like to do is click on this health report. And so it's going to scan all of the modules, and it's going to look for fault codes, check engine codes, service codes, anything that you need on your car to begin your diagnostics. So this takes a few minutes because it's going to go through all of the systems on the vehicle. We'll let this run and we'll come back and take a look. All right, there we go. Now the system has finished reading, and this module, or this diagnostic scan tool, does have 28 systems that it can read and troubleshoot. So going through my health report, we have 26 DTCs. So, you know, oh man, no check engine lights on the car, but you never know what's going on with your car until you do a full diagnostic scan, a full health report of your car. What's really nice about this, and again, we're connected to Wi-Fi here, we can click on one of these fault codes and it'll give you the details of what B1325-03 is. And this almost looks like some sort of GPT output, and you know, it gives you how you can test it, what it is, and you can see it's just spitting out all sorts of great information. So repair guide, verify battery, inspect all related fuses, so on and so forth. And if you want even more information, just go ahead and click on the Google search. It'll pull up a web browser, and then you can do an even deeper dive into whatever fault codes you have. So you can see it's connected to the internet there. Watch some YouTube videos on how to fix it, how to diagnose it if you need to. So really nice feature there. Now, another cool feature, if you're doing this for a customer's car, there's this button down at the bottom right, Report. You can click on Report, select your pre or post scan, whatever report type this is. This would be, in my case, a pre-scan. And then type in all the information. It has all the information already, and it even pulls in the mileage. Click OK. You know, you can put in your shop name, who did the work, the technician name, so on and so forth. And then, you know, there's all that. You can create a PDF, share this. So really handy that you can do this right at your fingertips and not have to go back to a computer and download all this information. So now we're scanning for all of the different modules on the car, and over here on the state column, it tells you if you're equipped or not equipped with whatever various modules you might be looking for. Now that it's finished scanning the system, you can see all of the different modules, control modules, and everything else that your car or truck is equipped with. Now, let's take transmission control module, for example. Let's click on that. I have the L83 engine, 5.3. Now, a couple different things here. You can go into specific modules and read the transmission or the trouble codes. You can clear trouble codes. You can, one thing I really like is read the live data. So let's go ahead and start the car up. And let's go ahead into transmission data. Now this is, in my opinion, really helpful if you're trying to diagnose, whether you have low line pressure in your transmission, or if you have, your torque converter is starting to slip, or you have, potential issues in your clutch packs or shift solenoids, anything like that. And obviously we're sitting here in the driveway, so we're not going to be able to see any of the shift times, but a lot of different features on here that we can see. So let's just look at engine speed, the let's see here, what else would be good to look at? You've got your desired slip, torque converter slip speed, different fluid pressures, We can look at transmission fluid temperature, input shaft, output shaft. I think this is where you would want to check to see if you have any issues with, if your transmission is starting to go out, meaning torque converter is not working as it should. So let's go ahead into this diagnostic section here. It'll give you kind of a columnized version of all the information. So 630, 640 RPMs. I'm looking at the tach here on the dash. That's exactly right. We've got transmission fluid temperature, 89 degrees. Right there on the dash, it says 90 degrees. So that is spot on. And then we've got input shaft speed, and output shaft is reading 0 because we're sitting still. But as you can see, this has a lot of great information on it. And then you can actually graph each individual one. Or we can go back and we can take a look at, click on this graph icon on the right. And it'll give you graphical outputs of whatever system you're looking at. So we rev the car up, see the data, see the graph spike. So really nice feature, really like this live data feature on this Thinkscan 672 diagnostic tool. All right, so as I mentioned, this thing is a bidirectional scan tool, which means not only can you read information from your car to the machine, but you can also send commands to do tests for various systems. So let's jump into engine control module and let's just go see what kind of actuator tests we can do. Now, active grill air shutter system, we'd have to get out of the car to take a look at that. That's probably something I need to check on. Oil pressure control solenoid, engine speed and throttle, turn the engine on, start engine. So let's try with the engine speed. Let's see what it'll let us do here. All right, engine speed. Minimum 500, maximum 2000. Let's see. Increase. All right, so we're increasing the engine speed. And I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear the engine revving up a little bit as we're increasing this. So that is awesome. All right, then we'll shut it off, and then it drops back down to 500. Let's also go into the body control module, see what else we can activate. Let's see, theft alarm, keyless entry, wipers. So we went ahead and actuated the wipers. Turn it on low. Release control. Okay, so that works. Let's see, windows, driver window. Following test will display express down, up buttons to control power windows. Okay, so you can test your window motors, shift interlock. So anyway, a lot of great stuff here, in my opinion. I'm not going to run through all of these different features, but I just wanted to show you a couple different things that you can do with this bidirectional scan tool. Not only can you read codes, read live data, but you can also actuate different modules on the car. And then just going through a couple of these other features on here. Again, stop start settings, air fuel ratio resets. These are all of the resets. ABS bleeding, adaptive front lighting system reset. So again, user interface, that's probably a big thing. I really like that you can both swipe left and right, but you can also tap the different icons that you want to move around to. And I mean, as you guys can see, at least in my opinion, there is really no lag, no glitching on the operating system. So everything seems to be running really smooth. I don't have any issues clicking back and forth to the different modules. All right, guys, so that's all the testing I want to do on camera. I don't want to bore you with going through every single module with every single feature and option that this thing can do. There are certainly other videos on YouTube that you guys can check out, more in-depth how-to videos on this Thinkscan 672 scanner, but I wanted to walk you through some of the features, some of the options, and maintenance components to this scan tool that you can use to help you diagnose your car. All right, guys, so now that we've taken a look at some of the features and functions of this Thinkscan 672 bidirectional scan tool, I want to give you my final thoughts and opinions. But before I do, two things. First, I want to give a shout out again to Thinkcar for sending this out for testing and review. And if you want to check out this Thinkscan 672, I'll have a link down in the description below. So after about 2 weeks of use of this Thinkscan 672 bidirectional scanner, here are my thoughts and opinions. Firstly, I think this thing is a great value for money. Not only does it give you the ability to read codes and see live data from your car, but it also gives you the ability to talk to your car to test different modules when you're diagnosing a potential problem. Now, how about the form and function of this thing? Well, first of all, I felt like the user interface and the functionality of the 7-inch touchscreen was very user-friendly. As I mentioned in the beginning, the setup was super easy, and I found scrolling through the menus was pretty seamless. There was no lag, no glitching when you were scrolling through the different settings and the different menu options. Now, sticking with usability on this thing, as you saw, it was able to read my car automatically through the OBD2 port. It was able to pick up my VIN, it was able to pick up the make, model, and every other piece of information on my car that I would need to diagnose any potential problem. All right, let's bring this all home. So, who do I think this is really geared towards and who would benefit most out of it? Well, for me, and probably for a lot of you guys, as serious DIYers, I think this would be a great addition to your toolbox. Also, probably, smaller, independently owned shops that don't have a large budget for tools and fancy gadgets. I think this might be right up their alley. So, at the end of the day, do I think this is a great value and worth the investment? Yeah, I think it does. I think it is. At the price point, I think it is almost a no-brainer that this is worth adding to your toolbox. And again, for me, as a serious DIYer, I definitely see myself using this a lot. So again, thanks to Thinkcar for sending me out their Thinkscan 672. I really do appreciate your support and letting me try out this product to share with you guys, the viewers. Again, if you are interested in checking this out, I will have a link down in the description below. Well, that's going to do it for this review video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, leave me a thumbs up. And if you hadn't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you join the channel. As always, guys, thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.